Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there is a food you know you shouldn't eat. You're going to eat it anyway, not because you're weak. The real reason is far stranger than willpower. For most of human history, the foods you crave most were the hardest to find. Sugar meant ripe fruit. Fat meant survival through winter. Salt kept your body running when minerals were scarce. Your brain didn't evolve to resist these things. It evolved to chase them. Ancestors who shrugged at a fat-rich carcass or a dripping beehive didn't pass on many genes. The ones who felt an urgent pull toward calorie-dense food survived famines and harsh winters. Geneticist James Neal proposed this in 1962 as the thrifty gene hypothesis. Certain genes were selected because they helped early humans store fat efficiently during abundance, fat that could be burned during inevitable famine. For tens of thousands of years, this was brilliant. Never miss a chance to take in calories because the next chance might not come. But the world changed. Your biology never got the memo. You no longer live with unpredictable scarcity. You live in a world engineered for abundance, food designed specifically to be irresistible. Researchers call this hyperpalatability. In a 2019 study, Tara Fazzino at the University of Kansas analyzed nearly 8,000 foods. The ones most linked to compulsive eating combined fat and sodium or fat and sugar in ratios that almost never occur in nature. Your brain has no defense against a combination it was never built to encounter. Why does this matter so much? Because your brain's reward system can't tell the difference between an apple and a product engineered to mimic the pleasure of 10 apples at once. Dopamine drives this pull. Neuroscientist Nora Volkow, director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, found through brain imaging that the circuits activated by sugar and fat overlap with circuits activated by addictive substances. People with reduced dopamine receptor availability, a pattern also seen in substance dependence, often need more stimulus to feel the same reward. This isn't a moral failing. It's neurology colliding with engineering. A wild berry contains sugar, but diluted with fiber and water. A modern soda contains the sugar of dozens of berries, with nothing slowing its absorption and no natural limit on how much you can drink. Salt tells a similar story. It was once so rare that Roman soldiers were partly paid in it. The origin of the word salary. Your brain still treats salt as precious, even though one fast food meal can outweigh what your ancestors consumed in days. So why hasn't evolution caught up? Because evolution moves across tens of thousands of years, and processed, hyperpalatable food has existed for less than a century. Your genome still runs software written for scarcity, inside a world engineered for excess. Anthropologist Marlene Zuk calls this evolutionary mismatch. Many modern health problems come not from broken biology, but from biology working exactly as designed in the wrong environment. Your cravings aren't malfunctioning. They're functioning perfectly for a world that no longer exists. This reframes the shame so many people feel around food. Wanting cake doesn't mean something is wrong with you. You're ancient hardware running in a hostile new world. That doesn't make you powerless. Understanding the mismatch is the first step to working with your biology instead of against it. When you know that a chip's exact crunch, salt, and fat ratio was engineered to keep you reaching for more, the craving feels less like weakness and more like what it is: a designed response to a designed stimulus. Your ancestors standing before a rare beehive never needed an off switch because abundance never lasted. Scarcity always returned to reset the system. You don't get that reset. The shelves never empty. So the next time you reach for something you know isn't good for you, pause. That pull isn't a flaw in your character. It's a message from your evolutionary past. Once meaning survival, now echoing in a world it was never built for. Somewhere in your kitchen, there is a food you know you shouldn't eat. Now you finally understand why you were always going to want it.